Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the fourth episode of Yuru Camp. So, in the last episode, well, before I get into that, I just want to point out that, with my last reaction, I kind of got the impression that people liked the intro that I did for that, so, I'm not sure what gave me that impression, but it's just something that I got. So, in the last episode, we had Rin and Nadeshiko go on a camping trip together, like a proper camping trip, unlike their first time, which was just, Nadeshiko showing up for a little bit until she could get home. But this time, yeah, they were actually camping together, although Nadeshiko did kind of leave to go sleep in a car because she didn't have her own tent. I think she tried to get a tent earlier in the episode, but that didn't work out very well. But she did wake up early to see the sunrise and then just kind of, went to Rin's tent with her. And Rin didn't seem to mind. And then the other two characters, Aoi and Chiaki, they were trying to get jobs for club funds and all that. So let's get into the episode. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. But one thing I forgot to mention, I like how Rin was playing the background music on her Smaho. That was also really cool. Yeah, a whole 3 members. We're really into it now. As soon as it warms up. Nadeshiko's really getting into this. Will it be ramen? What have we established so far then? Kind of burning that thing a little bit. uh, Apparently Bucho was tired of your shit and they just transitioned to the opening. But yes, I'm sure Rin is slowly but surely starting to warm up to the idea of going camping with others. Because we clearly know she's going to at some point. And obviously going camping with Nadeshiko was a good first step to that. So there's kind of a big difference between having one extra person with you and 3 extra people with you, plus a dog. Which I think was also in the opening. Yeah, that doggy. Not the doggy that attacked Rin, but... Yeah, don't lose your dog in space. I wonder why they put bunny rabbit ears on that poor dog. Yeah, Rin is obviously quite serious about camping. Rin. Oh. Yeah, we can't forget about that thing. I love how the prize just kind of become its part of its name. You also need money for the fees, which Nadeshiko learned the hard way last episode. Keep forgetting about that club room. You're very cold. Yeah, to put it less. Man, she just switches gears so quickly. Did I say mummy style? Oh, wow. That would actually be kind of cool. Nadeshko. I guess that explains why there's outer space in the opening. But yeah, I don't think that would quite be good enough for staying alive on the moon. You could try it, see how it goes, but I would advise against it. The most expensive one, probably. But... yeah, that's a bit rich for our blood. Yeah, you can snuggle together for warmth. Actually, the hot spring idea is not bad either. I'll vote for that as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my idea of snuggling together is better than most of those. She's on top of Nadeshko. Oh. Why do I look so silly every time they're trying something out? Yeah, I would imagine so. But yeah, basically trying to come up with ways to stay warm at this point. Because you're just kind of ignoring my idea. uh, don't run into any windows, Nadeshko. That's all we ask. uh, I'm not sure how I feel about this strategy. uh, when in doubt, Google it. Now we gotta find some bubble wrap. Okay. Get on, Nadeshko. I was half joking. But there she goes. Maybe I've been underestimating Nadeshko. Oh man, she's not gonna be able to get out of that eventually. Okay, cardboard should be easy to find. Wow. That's actually a very good comparison. She is very puppy-like in a lot of ways. But yeah, she's not getting out of that. Yeah, but would you be able to get out of that? Like, without somebody else's help? Exactly. Just gotta keep a bottle somewhere in there. To Kumo's house, most likely. I'll pay the shipping and handling if I have to. Meanwhile, Rin on her job, doing more serious stuff. Not playing with bubble wrap and cardboard. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Ah, a classic. Beware of bears. Yeah, but they probably won't bother you, with a little bit of luck. Did your smartphone make you jump? Of course. Raw goods this side up. That's great. Okay, Mickey Mouse. Those gloves. I got the snacks covered, guys, don't worry. What if everyone tries to put their pet polar bear in those polar bear sleeping bags? These guys, you know, considering Nadeshiko joined the club not too long ago, she's really become one of them. She does have that kind of personality. A lot more so than Rin. Yeah, I got this, don't worry. We're professional outdoor activity campers, people. And the weather report wouldn't lie, so, you know, they're good. Yeah, also be careful of bears. But it's actually what I read it as at first, I don't know why. Well, I know why, because that was brought up earlier, but I meant like the words weren't even similar enough to justify that misreading, but this is the first anime I'm watching after waking up, so that's my excuse. Certainly not me, because I'm an indoor person. Maybe your father. Well, I don't think we've seen yet. Well, considering all the weight you're carrying, probably should have left earlier. Does that say giant tree? No wonder she was late if she was carrying a giant tree. And Rin is not invited, I guess. Oh well. Maybe next time. 0 yen wood. Best wood. Do monkeys really enjoy hot springs as often as anime portrays? Oh yes, it'll be very nice. I'm quite a hot spring enthusiast myself, at least when it comes to watching anime girls enjoy them. Never actually been one to myself. Been to one myself. And she's a professional that knows all this stuff. Nadeshiko. I know, right? How has she not fallen over yet? In fact, she probably did on her way there a couple times. Yeah, you're not gonna make it. How manly. uh, that didn't last long. Can you carry this for me? Wow. As expected of Puppy-chan. You'd never believe that these two are the senior outdoor activity club members, considering their performance right now. When in doubt, hitchhike, I guess. I'm sure nothing bad could happen from that. They're not all gonna fit on Ren's bike, so... I'll get there eventually. Yeah, I bet. Dougie! Is that the dog from the opening? I think it's the dog from the opening. It looks similar. It's hard to recognize him without his bunny ears, but... it could be. Ren's not gonna steal the dog, is she? I was joking, but she might be thinking about it right about now. I know, right? Not as cute as you are, but definitely cute. Even though I am more of a cat person. Bye, doggy. What, did you really said that? Oh, wow. Okay then. But yeah, Rin's pretty great. Still my favorite character. Yeah, they're catching up eventually. I know, right? I saw it. It's really good. uh, yeah, I wonder if there's anything that could exhaust her. Uh, you never believe she just walked a huge amount while carrying stuff to get there not too long ago. I believe you. Yeah, because you need more sugar. Well, that got their attention. I bet. Yes, but only if you feed it to me. You know, mouth to mouth. But man, that does look good. It's not quite mouth to mouth, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Well, we go to the hot spring. Yeah, you wouldn't have to ask me twice. I almost felt like she was talking to me there, but... Well, I can help you pry it out, don't worry. Sending pictures, because of course. That's ice cream for you. In a nutshell, really. Yeah, just make sure your butt doesn't take root, and you'll be fine. You don't have any friends with you to help pry it out. Interesting looking place. Definitely has a warm and cozy feel to it. Yeah, it does seem like the kind of place you'd like. Yeah, while I'm here, I might as well eat something. Oh, wow. Well, you have a job for these kind of things, right? What's the problem? Okay. That's the end of that internal conflict. And wow, you don't mind sharing, right? At least she knows how to blow on it first. Yeah, it's not ramen, but I suppose it could do the trick. uh, some people eat ice cream on a cold day. Others eat actual warm food. Some kind of mochi. I'm not telling you. Oh, never mind. I guess she is. Oh, hot springs already. Yes, let us totally do that. uh, Interesting way to interpret it. And what's the problem? uh, yeah, I'd be okay with that if they just went to the hot spring and they just never left for the rest of the series. They just stayed there. That'd be an interesting twist. Interesting. She's in my phone. This is amazing. This is like magic. Uh, yeah. It's in your phone, clearly. But yeah, that was actually a pretty neat little trick that she did. I mean, if you can, why not? And how is she gonna do that? Barely, you're kind of like in the corner of the screen, but... Yeah, they got... The point got across. But I guess that's what she was doing, just waving until she got some kind of reply, some kind of acknowledgement that they understand what she was doing. Because we got to defeat the purpose if she left before Hideshiko saw it. But yeah, I cannot believe the episode is already over. We actually... We didn't have any camping at all, technically, in this episode, did we? It was just them preparing and on their way to go camping. If that's the case, wouldn't this be the only episode without any actual camping so far? It really just was oddly cute. Rin just standing there slowly, just waving. And of course, Nadeshiko's response to that in general is pretty funny. Nadeshiko's a simple girl, don't confuse her with your advanced technology tricks. Okay, are you... on Nadeshiko's head, no less. Because what other use does Nadeshiko's head have in life? And handholding. Or that. They're just so silly when they're alone together. You finally question that. Because it's the best use for you, really. 2 camps, 2 campers. Views. 2 camps, 1 cup. So that was the 4th episode of Yuru Camp. Another really fun, relaxing episode. Although this episode, I think, focused a little bit more, maybe a little bit more on the outdoor activity club members than I did Rin, so maybe a little bit less on the relaxing side. Because they are planning on doing their first, big club camping trip. As opposed to Rin, who's camped at least 2 or 3 times or something like that throughout this series already. They were preparing, they obviously had their part-time jobs that they got last episode to get the funds for the camping trip, which they now are doing the rest of the preparations for, and they've left on a journey to go camping. And before they did that, their main preparation, I think, was just trying to find a way to stay warm with the cheap equipment they had, their summer sleeping bags and all that. Because camping can get very expensive if you're not at least a little bit creative with some things. And they were very creative. I mean, they broke out the aluminum foil, the bubble wrap, the cardboard, all on, I think it was Chiaki that they were doing that to. But in any case, yeah, the hard part is getting back out of it. But, I'm sure they'll work that out. And we also established that Nadeshiko is a puppy. She kept running back and forth, gathering what they needed. She was really fast on that cardboard, like teleportation almost. But she got everything they needed, so Nadeshiko is actually probably a more valuable member to the club than they probably initially assumed she would be. Considering just how much energy she has, how much enthusiasm, how hard she's willing to work, Yeah, very good member. And of course, I'm sure Rin will join eventually. But right now, Rin is on her own camping trip, doing her own thing. And that was amazing, just what Rin did there, how she went in front of a live camera, then sent Nadeshiko a URL, a link to that live feed, and then waved to the camera so she would see her. That was a cool, clever little trick. Though she did kind of put herself in a bit of an awkward position because Nadeshiko never actually gave any kind of reply, acknowledgement that she got it, that she saw it. So poor Rin's going to be standing there waving for probably hours, who knows, because this episode did end with her still waving, so you can kind of imagine how long she'd be willing to do this, and she is a pretty serious person, so she'll probably at least do it for a little bit more. We also had food, obviously. The Outdoor Activities Club, they opted for ice cream on a cold day, whereas Rin opted for some nice warm borscht and like a cappuccino or something. So, different. You can from that you can kind of see how different the amount of seriousness of their personalities. They did mention hot springs in this episode, although we did not get any hot springs scenes, really. That's very disappointing. Hopefully we get that early next episode. Cross your fingers. But yeah, just the Outdoor Activities Club members, the three of them, they're hilarious together. Just the silly things they do, like just the weird dances and things they do, like with that whole club camp thing that they do at near the very end, where they were like using Nadeshiko as all of the equipment, the tent, the fire, the chopping block, everything, and they just had that weird facial expression, like that puckering thing they did with their mouth. That was great. That was funny. I do love seeing those three together. If Rin joins a club, that will obviously give a much needed counterbalance, a bit, because they're obviously a little bit too much in the silliness to really be getting things done very well, and Rin will be a good counterbalance for that. So, hopefully she joins eventually. Although I will miss the maximum level of silliness when that does happen. Just in general, I'm pretty impressed by how well Nadeshiko has blended in with that club. Like, if the series just started from this point, I would think that Nadeshiko's been part of the club since the beginning. Like, she blends in that well with them. Which is obviously, Rin will probably have a little bit more difficulty than that, because she has a very different personality than Nadeshiko, but I've been rambling a bit too much, so I look forward to the next episode. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.